I mentioned it earlier. Ron Fournier, How to Defeat ISIS with Millennial Spirit and Service. What Ron Fournier wants to do is mandate national service for all 18 to 28-year-olds. This is his recipe for defeating ISIS. ISIS, the bloodiest, most murderous, Al-Qaeda-like enemy that we face at the moment. You know, these are the clowns that are beheading people. I mean, they're a vicious bunch. Ron Fournier says we need to require virtually every young American, the civic-minded millennial generation, to complete a year of service through programs such as Teach for America, America Corps, the Peace Corps, or the U.S. military. And two things will happen, he says. Number one, virtually every American family will become intimately invested in the nation's biggest challenges, including poverty, education, income inequality, and America's place in a world on fire. You got that? National service, every millennial mandated to spend a full year in the military, AmeriCorps, Peace Corps, whatever, because that way their families will become immediately invested in our biggest challenges. Military recruiting will rise to meet threats posed by ISIS and other terrorist networks, giving more people skin in a very dangerous game. He says here, it may seem like a radical plan until you compare it with two alternatives, the status quo, which clearly isn't working, or a military draft, which might be the boldest and fairest way to wage the long war against Islamic extremists. This is classic. This is how liberals think. We can stop beheading by being nicer. We can stop beheading by being engaged. Doctors, nurses, clean water. Yeah, that's the answer. And of course, this idea is brought forth after Obama has decimated the military with social experiments. I mean, it's typical. This is where I get the doctors, nurses, clean water line. It's exactly thinking like this. But I would hope Mrs. Clinton likes this idea. Now, she and Ron Fournier are close. The Clintons and Fournier go all the way back to Arkansas. So I would hope Mrs. Clinton's campaign would read this. You know, it's a great idea. Mandatory national service on the part of all millennials for 1 year, and some of them to the military. I'm going to work on that, Snerdley. I'm going to work